and allow people to use us to destroy ourselves.
The governor then addressed journalists shortly after the meeting with the monarch.
What we'll be doing in the days ahead is to promote the culture of dialogue amongst our people, because I believe that if there had been sufficient dialogue, this kind of carnage would have been averted. We want to therefore appeal to community leaders to rise to the occasion.
Perpetrators of this dastardly act and their sponsors will not be tolerated henceforth, as assured by Governor Mutfwang. All hands must be on deck to restore the dignity of Plateau State. Bonham Joshua, TVC News.
All right, so those are the updates regarding the situation in Plateau State, and it's been, a bloody year so far for many residents, and of course the hope topmost on, at least the minds of the good people of Nigeria, Emmanuel, is that peace is restored. It's good to know that the curfew has been relaxed, and most importantly, that normalcy is returning to Mangu, especially. But of course, the concern is that this is sustained. While addressing the root causes of this, perennial conflicts. Of course, the hope is that the governor has gone there. He appears pleased with the progress made so far, and that is what, precipitated the fact that, the curfew is relaxed, even though there is still, a semblance of curfew to maintain the peace. But it is the hope. This is not the first time that we will walk this road. It is the hope that, everybody just refrains from taking law into their hands and embrace peace, not just now, but, in the long run.
Well, peace is crucial at this time. This is not the Plateau I was born in. I grew up in Plateau. And precisely in just north, there's a particular area called Dilimi. This is area where we all grew up, and we used to have this call that Jesus our Savior. That's JOS. That's Jos. Jos was very, very peaceful in the 90s. Well, you look at 96, 92. You can go on the streets of Jos and you're happy. Nothing like, the state is blessed with tourism. There are some sites you get to in Jos and you'll be happy as if you're in the US. But at what point did we get to this level? And we must call for peace, because Nigerians are dying daily in that particular state. Look at what happened in Bokos, Mangu, Barikin Ladi, the Yuletide killings. It's not funny. We thought that it's well in Jos after all the killings, and we saw another one is becoming a recurring decimal, especially in Mangu local government. About 30 people got killed. Absolutely. So I want to beg those who are into this act to please Nigerians, please stop this act. Let's ensure that peace returned to Jos. Jos used to be a very peaceful place where you have tourists getting to that site to see the beauty of our culture. And now, some Nigerians, some people, I won't say Nigerians now, decided to turn that place where used to be a safe haven to a place where you cannot sleep and your eyes closed. And,
closely tied to all of that, how that Plateau State was once, the signature of eyes, many people, locals, not even just foreigners, many Nigerians, saw Plateau State as a go-to place in terms of, resort, in terms of holidaying and all that. Yes, and then the wonderful weather that, you always find in Plateau State. And of course, all of those things, when the state is a hub, for investors, for visitors, tourists alike, home and abroad, you can also imagine the level of developments, the level of peace that, that state will enjoy. But when the opposite is the case, as we are seeing now, as the government is battling to change this ugly narrative, the level of development would also be very poor. Very poor. And, so many narratives are being drawn. Absolutely.
Nigerians there Look at what they are doing at the moment.
So many narratives are being drawn now. There's talk now about, you know, the rights of indigents versus the rights of settlers.
I don't even want to bring
all of that. But that is even part of the narratives that
or religion. I don't want to bring that in. But one thing that we want at this time, let me speak Hausa at the moment, that muna roke ku da Allah ku ya kure kar ku kashe mu mutum.
Meaning
that please we beg you in the name of God that let's stop the killings on the plateau.
All right. From your lips to God's ears, and we hope that we, His servants, will also, you know, do the needful to ensure peace. All right. That said, let's quickly bring up some more news items. Back here in Lagos, Nigeria's commercial capital, special courts, the Sexual Offences and Domestic Violence Court, sentenced the founder of the I Reign Christian Ministry, Oluwafe Iropo Daniels, to life imprisonment for raping his 23-year-old assistant pastor. Her names are withheld. Justice Raman Oshodi also sentenced the defendants to 3 years imprisonment for sexually assaulting another member of his church aged 19 years, and both terms will